Good afternoon, good night, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Solo here with you. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of some knowledge and shine a little bit more light on the front suspension flip, kingpin flip that they say. I do have my stock one. I'm going to be changing the board into. It's my first Narrow. I'm going to, it's funny. I was racing with some of my friends and I hung out. There's this guy, Godzilla. He screamed out, "I built that!" And you said to yourself, Kyoshos are actually already made inside, already pre-made in a box, whatnot. But sometimes you go about and you get your parts and you're going to build yourself one someday. And that's what this is. I actually built this myself from accumulating parts and buying some parts, because these little battery little clips right here, those are hard to get. So just not everybody has those. So I got those. I had to buy the kit for that. Anyhow, let's go into the suspension. So as you can see, I got a little bit something going on here. It's wrong. I've already done the kingpin flip, and what has happened is I've actually cut one way too short. Whenever you were going to crash, it's going to come right out like that when you crash or hit something just enough, or even maybe a jump or come down. So we know that something's wrong here. Let's go ahead and fix it. Okay. Second thing, let's go ahead and see. This one is not really shaved down. This is pretty new. You can see it's swinging around, but if yours is not swinging around like that and it's getting hung up when you turn it, and it's just going to stay like that, then there's something you need to do, and that would be sanding it. So we can get something real low, get it shoved in here. I got ready like Betty Crocker here today. Circle around it. Don't do it too many times because you don't want to make it too loose. And as you do that for maybe 50 seconds or so, throw it back in there, see what happens, and it should work with something like this. This was in my LM until I did a different PN suspension swap on mine a few months back. I'm very happy with it right now. This is my LM. I got an X-speed motor, a little bit of aluminum suspension for the rear, 2-degree camber. I do want to go back to 1. I'm gonna go ahead and change these knuckles out into my other, and we'll go deal with that later. You do see the shims that I put in to get rid of the slack, and you can see how much is just really cut. Really, I just cut right at that nipple here, that clip that you'd have to say, and that's where we go with our tools. Start into that, do a little clip. Right there, that should be good enough. Now if you want to do it a different way, say you have a Dremel, that's fine. You can bust out your Dremel and do it that way. Shoot, almost forgot my safety glasses. Safety first. Now here's the issue when you do it with a Dremel. You're going to have this little lip. You probably can't see it, maybe you can, maybe you can feel it with your fingernail. You go up it, you got this little lip. This will get stuck or hung up. So you do want to just give it a quick cleaning up, either with your sandpaper or just give it a little quick hit with the Dremel, maybe go around. And if you're meticulous and you want to do both, then go, by all means, go right ahead. Be careful, metal gets hot. Hence, next, we'll go ahead and slip it in here. we'll slide the new one in there. Looks nice. Actually, that's real nice. I like that. I'm real happy with that. Let's see how before we put it in, we'll go ahead and see how this swivels around real nice and freely, so I know that my suspension is going to be working 100%. Now the one thing I know I'm going to have is a little bit of, let's see what we got. I'm going to have a little bit of space in here. So I know I'm going to put a shim in the front, in the top, and a few shims on the bottom, just like I've done with just about all my cars. We've seen the LM. Let's go ahead and look at my super stock now. Your super stock, I got the, let's just call them upper A arms, but I don't think that's what they're called. I got the aluminum upper A arm, I got the aluminum hub, and I have the shims. Those shims that they have are red, green, and gold. They come in a like 3-pack. I got a couple of those packs. Sometimes they do come with the kit with the with this piece, I believe, and they'll come with the red and some other shims. This one I particularly have gold and green inside. Everything's going to be different. I got gold, red, and green inside with the black on top. So really it gets rid of a lot of play inside there. With this one, let's see how it goes. It's always nice to have these tweezers. I'm going to put 2 there. Well, let's just go with 1 for now. Show you an easier way to slide this in. We're going to lose the springs, but we can put those in later. Slide it in. Now we've gone ahead and taken this ball out of this upper part, put it into the bottom. Slide it in, good. Now you got it in. Sit here. Let's go ahead and put in our screw. Tweezers are really good, especially if you got big fingers. Most of us are grown men, I think. Maybe not, from what we're told. Slide it right in. Good. Now, orange is a stock original spring tension, because here I got it medium orange. Where is it at? Orange. This was, I got all of my spring setting here. I got the drift in the rear here. This would be for the MR03. So it says orange, medium, hard, normal. Normal to me would be stock. Maybe that was what that means in translation. Green is medium. Purple, but remember this is going to be my stock car, so I want to see how this does compared. Never gotten a narrow wheel car, so I do want to try this out. Get the trusty tweezers, pick it up, sometimes get this, there you go. Now it looks like it's actually very even now. Before we had something that looked too long. Now look at what we have going on here. We got too much sticking out. That's definitely going to catch the racetrack, but then again we don't want it to slip out, right? We don't need it to go slipping out, which I just showed you at the beginning of the video what was happening here. This other one looks particularly just perfect. So now next we're going to go ahead and get the Dremel and get as close as we can, and that's what I do like, having a Dremel around here. I'm sure most of us do. Alright, let's go ahead and clean that up. We'll leave the tire on there because hopefully we'll get lucky enough not to hit it. And we're just going to try to get up there. Alrighty tighty. Safety glasses. If you want to get a better grip and your hand is that big, go ahead and add your holder with it. There you go. Now you got something a little more solid to hold on to. Turn it this way. Nice. I want you guys to see, so take a look at it. Now remember what I said about that. See that? That's definitely going to catch. I can see it from here. So we could go ahead and get our trusty sandpaper. We could take it back out and we could take care of that lip. Because eventually that's really going to get stick in there. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and take it out because we don't want it to go ahead and get damaged or damage anything else. Let's do that real quick. Okay, on second thought, I'm going to veto that thought, and we're going to go ahead and keep it like that. From what I think now, it's kind of like just keeping it on there and it won't let it come off. I like it. Now, yeah, you know what? I am going to fix it because it limits it. It really limits the suspension. Right here, I can, you think about it. It's not coming out, but we got full use of our suspension, which we're going to want, and it's going to handle a lot better, I believe. So, let's veto the second veto thought now. Let's keep it on the ball, everybody. So as much as we wanted to get it off, of course, like I said, it's not coming off, and I don't want to jerk any ball off or do anything. So it looks like I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of that real quick. Let's go ahead and just Dremel it real quick. Bring it right over back here. It's dangerous. Someone's got to do it. There we go. Zoop. Now we got what we wanted. Let's go ahead and put it back together. Lickety split. Now, if you do want to set your spring in there, let's do this a different way. Where are you at? Get your trusty tweezers. Get this bad boy. Set them up here. Some of us got twitchy hands, I know. Whoa. Oh yeah. You can just put it like this too if you don't have tweezers. Simply just put it on your little tippy or screw driver. Simply just rest it right there and tip it over. There you go. Then we can get our trusty tweezers, put it right back on, give it a little pat pat. I don't know what I'm doing here. Slide it back in. check it out. Good. See the right work a little bit more. Left should be working a little bit more. Right should be working a little bit more. Left. Middle. Super good and accurate. And I believe that's how we could do a front suspension kingpin flip. Let's do one more thing. Let's see that bad boy too. See how much slack we got? We don't have much play inside there. Slack, play. Little bit on the left. I don't think I'm going to clean that up. I think I'll leave it like that. Could be. I will do a little bit of tinkering with that because I believe I'm missing this shim on that side. I can see it here. So yeah, I am uneven, so I'm going to want to fix that. This guy's pretty good. We can see we have just enough shims on each side, so it's pretty equally balanced. It's the guy. Drum. Got the neck suspension up. Front suspension. Purple springs. Nice. Very good. This one I got a few. I don't have a shim up top. I just got the green, the gold on each side. And like I said, I have bought a few of those. I do have a little bit showing on the bottom underneath a little bit, but it doesn't catch. I haven't had an issue at all. You can see it here, and you can see what I got showing there. Not much. Alright guys, that's solo. That's the kingpin flip.